little bit of gas. Dude, it just spun. Well, boys, it has been a minute, hasn't it? Just want to start off by saying I am so sorry how long it has been since I posted a YouTube video. Anyways, guys, last time I stopped making a video, we threw the wheels on the truck. As you can see right now, they are not on it. They are in the truck bed because we just got back from FP Truck Fest. We actually took home a little bit of hardware. Let's see where it is. It's back here. So I'll be 100% honest, I was not expecting to win anything at this show. My truck is definitely not the cleanest truck there for sure. This is not a full frame off like some of the trucks there, but we managed to take home a top 75. Like I said, we had the wheels on the truck, but I promised you guys a video on rebuilding this turbo that is, as you can see, already in the truck. You can see we have our stock turbo here sitting on the shelf, and that is because I already threw the new turbo in the truck. Originally, it was a factory LOY turbo that I got for like 50 bucks, and we upgraded it to a 64 millimeter 10 blade. I'm gonna get some sound clips of this thing. Next time I drive the truck for you guys, it sounds so good compared to the factory 11 blade turbo. I don't think I'll ever have another Duramax without a 10 blade or a 9 blade. The 9 blades are really loud. I don't know if I'd want to go that loud, but the 10 blade is perfect. And the new L5Ps actually come with a 10 blade from the factory, so I wouldn't even have to switch anything out if I went that route. But needless to say, we have to start taking this whole thing apart because we got some more go fast parts. What I mean is we have like a lot of go fast parts. This right here is a 12 millimeter stroker CP3 from Dan's Diesel Performance, and we're going to be swapping our factory CP3 out for this baby. Now, I told you guys a couple videos ago that my horsepower goal was 650. Well, this turbo that I threw in the truck is actually maxed out right at 650. So no matter what we do, that is going to be a limiting factor for us. But not only do we have the CP3, we also have a set of 100 over injectors, also from Dan's Diesel. And you can see we have 8 of these. Now, one thing that really stood out to me about Dan's is, I don't know if other companies do this or not, but for the injectors, they give you all of the testing data, and as well as all of the CP3 numbers of how it performed, what mil it is, and basically, I don't know what all these numbers mean, but I'm sure they're important to knowing how healthy the CP3 is brand new. I just thought that was a pretty cool little added benefit, so you know how the stuff's performing right out of the box. Now, funny enough, you guys know I was having injector problems with this thing quite a while ago, and I actually ended up swapping out 4 injectors, and it fixed our issue of the misfire. Now, I believe our problem was right here. You can see on this injector, we have a little bit of a rusty spot. I believe the copper washer wasn't seating right, or our O-ring, I'm pretty sure, was blown out. One or the other. And now we have to swap out all 8 of them. Now, if you guys have done injectors before, you know that there's a problem sometimes when doing them. The injectors get stuck in the block. And I have seen a whole truck being lifted up by one injector stuck in there. So let's hope we don't have that issue. I already know this is going to be a project. I have to retake out the Y-bridge that I originally put in there. That is probably going to be the hardest part of the job. Now, I have to take that out to get the new CP3 in the truck. But along with that, in order to get access to all 8 injectors, we basically have to take off the whole cooling system, intake, FICM, literally almost everything. So we're going to go ahead, get started on tearing this whole thing down. I think I'm going to start with the injectors, but we'll see how it goes. But by the end of this video, we should have a running and driving truck that makes close to 650. But enough of that chatting. Let's go ahead, start taking this baby apart. Okay, so we got the air compressor. Wait, what's that thing called? The AC? Yeah, AC compressor. Yeah, whatever. So we got that off. We need to take the Y-bridge off. In order to get access to the CP3 down here, I got the thermostat housing all off, belts off. Basically, the whole piping kit is now off of the truck. While I'm in here, we're gonna replace this thing because I have a new one, the oil fill neck, I'm sure it's called. Got a new one from HSP. Looks a lot cleaner, a lot nicer. Alrighty, boys, well, you can see we got the Y bridge out in record timing. I think it was like 30 minutes or something. Now you can see our CP3 pump right there. There's no way we were gonna be able to get that thing out without getting the Y bridge. So I got the FPR unhooked. I got all 3 bolts out of the CP3. Now if I grab it, oh wow, that's actually loose. It's gonna be a little hard because I think there's an O-ring in there. Oh wait, I gotta get that line off yet. But then we should be good. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. She is successfully out. We just got her out. I'm sure you've seen that clip of me tugging on that thing. Funny story. So on these CP3s, obviously, this is a bracket right here, and this piece is separate from this one, and this separates. So I didn't know in the beginning that there was 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts holding this bracket on here. So what I did is I took the 3 bolts, there's one of them, and I tried separating the CP3 from the bracket. And let me tell you, that's not going to work because there's a nut right here. So yay me, I just wasted a bunch of time. But it is now the next morning. That was night number 1 working on this. And let me tell you, I ran to the gas station quick to get something to drink, and I was yelling at Chevy. It's so, let's just say, weird for the sake of YouTube's guidelines. So in order to get this CP3 out, in order to get access to 1 bolt, not all of them, just 1. The other 3 come out easy as pie. We have to take off the alternator, accessory bracket that those come attached to get access to 1 bolt on the CP3. We're gonna go ahead, get the gear switched on this thing over to our new CP3. You can see right now we just got a nub sticking off of it. It shouldn't be too hard to get this off. After I got the CP3 out, I noticed something. Previously, when I did my piping kit, all of this stuff, I had to take the Y bridge out and everything, and I never ended up replacing the fuel lines. Like that fuel line right there, you can see it's all cracked and just old. 20 years old to be exact. You guys gotta check this one out. It's bad. This connected to the filter head and we deleted it. But check this out. I can literally bend it and it's cracking very badly. We're gonna go ahead and replace all of these. I got some new line from AutoZone just to prevent them from getting any holes in the future. We won't have any issues with air in our fuel from cracked lines or anything like that. We got the CP3 all in there, looking all shiny and stuff. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4 bolts in there. All 4 of them tightened to spec. We got the gear all switched over. You can see it in there. You can see it riding on the grooves, so we know it's the right way. But now we're going to go ahead, while I have all this stuff off, I'm going to take all 4 injectors out. We already got all the lines popped off of there. So now we just got to pop the return clips off, which is these little clips on all 4 injectors. All the hold downs, which are this bolt right here on all 4. Got our new little squirt guns right here. Fancy. Fancy, fancy. 100 overs from Dan's Diesel.
Put down the fuel rail. I was cleaning out the threads.
That's how you take an injector out. Driver's side is not as fun. Passenger side is the easy one. I literally have maybe 20 minutes wrapped up into this whole side. And you got all of the driver injectors in, driver's side injectors in. And now, we're close to starting this baby up. Some of the injector bores were really dirty. To get these things on the old injectors, absolutely sucks. Because there's a bunch of rust around them and stuff. New injectors, 2 seconds, because they're brand new. So when you get injectors from Dan's Diesel, you get all new clips and everything. I'm telling you, I spent like an hour trying to get these clips on last time. Well, thank God, all of those injector clips went on easy, and now we are ready to finally start the truck. We got the new CP3 in. We have all the injectors in. It's literally the moment of truth. Now, I gotta say, this is the most I have ever taken an engine apart before. I'd be lying if I didn't say I'm a little scared right now. Actually, funny enough, when I was younger, one of me and my buddies actually decided to try and rebuild a little 400EX four-wheeler. And I am kind of scarred from taking an engine apart a lot and then putting it back together, because when we rebuilt that, we could not get it to run for the life of us. We tried literally everything we could to get it running. I had to end up selling it, not running, and took a big loss on it. So right now, I am hoping I did everything. I checked everything over 3 times. We have everything tight, so we should be good to go, and we should have a running truck here in a couple seconds. All right, well, obviously it's not starting. I'm pretty sure there's just a bunch of air in the system, because we did take apart the complete fuel system and every single piece had air in it. What I did was I took this cap off because we don't have a filter head anymore, and I bled all the air out of the system. We're gonna go ahead and try and crank it one more time. There you go. If you guys didn't catch what I was saying when I first started it up, these injectors are so much quieter than my factory ones were. I don't know if it's just because the factory ones were old, but like normally you couldn't even talk over the sound of the motor, and these were super quiet. I could hear what my buddy was saying and what I was saying.
That is not ideal.
Well, by that clip, I have a little bit of explaining to do, don't I? I blew the truck up. I'm just kidding. But after I pulled it out of the garage last night, I went to take it on a little test drive for the first time. I didn't have the camera out. I was just making sure we didn't have any leaks or anything, and it ends up we did. And it took me all day this morning to figure out what the issue was. And it comes down to my mistake of telling my buddy, hey, we're gonna replace all 8 injectors. Can you loosen all of the lines on the injector rails? So if you guys know anything about these, there is 4 on this side and then 5 on this side on top of the rails. Well, the reason there's 5 on this side is because one of the lines goes over to the passenger rail. And I told him, hey, loosen all the lines because we're going to take them all off. Well, I didn't know that one of the lines ran over to the passenger one because I've never done this job before. So that line was still loose. And when I came to look under the engine bay, it was squirting fuel all over the motor. Hence why you've seen a big puddle below the truck. Yeah, I should have double checked that line, but I didn't. Other than that, the truck is looking very good and doesn't have any more leaks that I can see as of right now. So we're gonna go ahead, actually take it on its first official rip and see what this thing can do. Now I'm taking it easy because obviously I know it doesn't have a built transmission yet, and it could blow at any second. We still have to figure that one out, but I'm just gonna get on it a little bit. We'll see what she does. I'm excited. So we got her in tune 1 right now. It's probably smart to let it warm up a little bit before I get on it at all. Okay, I just drove it a couple feet. Well, I'm gonna check if it's leaking anything. We look to be good. Alrighty, she's up to temp. Let's give her a little bit of gas. Oh, this thing lifts up and does a whole ramp. Throttle response is so much better. Like, it picks up so quick. Okay, so in my head, the smart thing to do is not get on it in between gears, because when it's shifting, I feel like that's when it breaks. So we're gonna get on 3rd gear a little bit. Dude, it just spun him. Holy sh. Just got back into the driveway at home. I am in awe. I think I'm hooked. Dude, this thing is nuts. I've never driven more than a tuned diesel. So with the turbo and with the injectors and CP3, this thing is crazy. Now you guys got to remember too, that was only in, I think I have it in tune 2. I'm not going to rip 5 until we have at least a built transmission. But for tune 2, she rips.